This is a clean, expanded, non-promotional version. The situation involving former US President Donald Trump and the British Broadcasting Corporation has grown into a significant international discussion. Trump has stated that he intends to take legal action because he believes his speech was edited in a way that presented a completely false impression of what he actually said. The issue began when a program featured part of a speech delivered on January 6, 2021, the same day large crowds gathered and many eventually forced their way into the United States Capitol building. The events of that day have remained one of the most controversial and studied moments in recent American history. Trump insists that his speech did not contain any call for violence and that his purpose was only to question the results of the presidential election, which he believed had irregularities. While speaking to reporters aboard the presidential aircraft, Trump made it clear that the edit shown to the public was not only misleading but also damaging to his reputation. He expressed great confidence that he would take the case to court and said the legal claim could range anywhere from $1 to $5 billion, and that he expects to file this action soon. According to his own explanation, this is not just about a single program or a simple mistake. He considers it a serious matter that affects his character, his public image, and potentially his political future. The Broadcasting Corporation responded by saying that the mistake in editing was unintentional and not motivated by any negative intent. The organization admitted that the specific edit could have created the false impression that Trump encouraged violent actions. For that reason, the segment would not be broadcast again. The institution issued an apology directly to Trump but firmly stated that it would not provide any financial compensation because the error was not deliberate. In their view, the matter was a technical issue and had already been corrected with an official clarification. Trump, however, believes that the apology is insufficient. He argued that the organization reaches millions of viewers worldwide and that the inaccurate representation harmed his integrity on a global scale. According to him, simply acknowledging the error does not repair the damage caused. His argument is that influential media organizations must face greater responsibility because their mistakes, even unintentional ones, can influence public perception in powerful ways. He emphasized that the incorrect edit altered the meaning of his speech and changed the context of what he was trying to communicate. He also suggested that political bias could have played a role even if no one openly admitted it. This situation has started broader conversations in both the United States and the United Kingdom about journalism, accuracy, transparency, and freedom of speech. Some argue that the media must be extremely cautious, especially when dealing with statements made by political figures who have global influence. Misleading edits or incomplete information can create widespread misunderstanding and political consequences that extend far beyond a single broadcast. Others believe that mistakes are inevitable in any large institution and that once an organization corrects an error and apologizes, there is no need for legal action or massive financial claims. Supporters of Trump have responded strongly to the issue. They believe this incident is yet another example of long-standing bias in the media against their preferred leader. In their view, the edit was more than a technical slip because it aligned with a history of negative coverage. They argue that some media institutions repeatedly misinterpret or selectively present Trump's statements to shape public opinion against him. On the other side, critics claim that Trump has often used accusations against the media as a political tactic. Some think his announcement of a lawsuit could also be an attempt to energize his political base or draw attention ahead of future political campaigns. The case has now become more than a conflict between one individual and a media outlet. It reflects the changing environment of modern politics where every word spoken by a public figure is recorded, analyzed, and sometimes taken out of context. Legal experts have also weighed in and mentioned that although prominent figures frequently express intentions to sue media organizations, it is challenging to win such cases. The person filing a lawsuit must demonstrate not only that the information was false but that the mistake was made intentionally or with significant negligence. Large journalism organizations have strong legal departments and long-established editorial procedures which can make such cases complicated and lengthy. Meanwhile, the Broadcasting Corporation has maintained that it acted promptly when it realized the mistake. The organization ensured that the segment would not be shown again and publicly clarified that the edit created a misleading interpretation. They insist that this level of transparency already meets the standard of responsibility for journalism and therefore financial compensation is not justified. Analysts observing the situation believe that this case reflects how sensitive the relationship between the media and political leaders has become. Even a small editing error can escalate into accusations of manipulation and large-scale legal threats. What makes the matter especially significant is the modern environment of rapid information circulation. A short video clip can spread globally within minutes through social media and create long-term effects even after it is corrected. The disagreement between Trump and the broadcasting institution demonstrates how crucial it has become to present statements in their full and accurate context. Misrepresentation, intentional or not, can lead to major misunderstandings and public controversy. It is also possible that the outcome of this legal situation, whatever it may be, could influence future media practices. If Trump succeeds in obtaining substantial financial damages, it may force news organizations around the world to further tighten their editorial checks. They may become more cautious before publishing or broadcasting any content that could be interpreted in multiple ways. On the other hand, if the media organization successfully defends itself, the ruling may send the message that human errors, even when serious, are not legally equal to deliberate misinformation. Either outcome could shape how journalists and political figures interact in the years ahead. This conflict highlights how deeply connected media narratives and political identities have become. It shows that even a brief moment taken out of context can create waves of controversy and trigger legal battles. In an era where public figures are constantly under scrutiny, this case illustrates the importance of accuracy, accountability, and the power of information in shaping global opinion.